Hello everybody, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the Star Trek Original Series figure core from Art Asylum. Now, I've been liking these Art Asylum figures. I feel like they get the detail really well with these figures. They do have their pros and cons, but overall I'm thinking so far that these are some pretty good figures. Go ahead and check out my playlist where I do the other Art Asylum figures and hit that like, share, and subscribe. So, without any further ado, roll that intro. So here he is in packaging. So you got your standard packaging for him. So you got Kirk, McCoy, Spock, and the Enterprise up in the corner. You got the original Star Trek logo. You have the shape here and the Federation logo with him inside and all his accessories. Then you have your name down here. Spin it around this way. All right. You have everybody that's part of this line. You get this action photo here of this wave. Couple things to come, and a little bit more legal. So let's open him up and see what he's about. Here he is out of packaging. Overall, he's a really good looking figure. I like the overall look to him. He definitely captures the look from the TV series. Now, first, we're going to start going into his points of articulation. So the head does move. All right. Got a shoulder joint here with a swivel, an elbow joint, and you get a wrist joint. All right, get this other arm up. You do have a joint right here at the hips. All right, you got a thigh joint here, a knee joint, and you do have an ankle joint. All right, ankle joint don't move too much, but it is there and it is movable. All right, bring this arm back down. So now let's start getting into the details with them. I'm going to try to keep them standing because these guys do not have holes in the bottom of their feet. So they're hard to make them stand on their own. If I have to, I will cut and actually get a hip stand. But I want to see how far we could get with them without using one. So first, let's look at the head sculpt. I like the overall design to his head. You could definitely see it captures the look of the actor who actually played him. I think it captures his face actually pretty well. I like the overall look to him. All right. I'm the background this way. Now the body looks pretty cool, but I feel like some parts they kind of went a little skimpy on detail, like this metal here and on his belt. I think that should have been like shinier, like almost like a brass or silver look to indicate that they are like, metals and what have you. But the other nice thing about him is this sash here is soft plastic, and his shirt here, like the upper layer, the upper layer of his shirt, this gray part is actually a rubber as well. So that's pretty nice. I like that. I like the detailing that comes into his pants and the gloss to his boots. You come around to this side, you can see how his sleeve and everything is. Come around to the back. All right, you can see a little bit of a glossy look to his pants, similar to how it was in the show. I feel like his pants should get a little bit more of a gloss to it. Not too much, but give it that coppery look, sort of like how his rear looks here. I feel like that should have been painted over the whole pants to give it that shimmer. All right, and you can see the side down here. You have a holster here for his disruptor and so forth. So overall, other than some minor details, I think he's a pretty decent looking figure. Now let's take a look at his accessories. So first off, like any of these other figures, he does come with the Art Asylum logo coin here. All right. He comes with a disruptor. Now, I like the color that they added to it. I like that It looks like a grayish blue. That definitely adds character to the weapon. I do like that a lot. And of course, he also comes with a Klingon dagger. Now, as far as I'm aware of it, and I could be wrong, I don't think these existed in the original series. I think they didn't come around until Star Trek 3. I could be wrong on that. If I am wrong in that, or if I'm right about that, somebody let me know in the comments because I'm actually kind of curious. Because I don't ever remember seeing these in the original series, but I could be wrong. So now that we looked at the stuff, let's see how well it works with them. So first, let's start with this dagger here. Right, that fits nicely there. Let's get his disruptor ray here. All right. So both weapons fit very well in his hands. I really don't have any issues with his weapons. They work with him. That's if he would stand. So now, seeing how the disruptor had a falling out here, let's see how well it fits in this belt. So let's get this arm up a little. All right, bend his knees just a little bit. Give a little bit of backward. All right. So as you can see, that fits very nicely in his belt. No issues. So everything seems to work pretty well with this character. Okay, so let me get into my final thoughts with him. So first off, all his joints move very well. No issues with that. His accessories fit fine in his hands. No issues with any of that as well. The only thing I do have issues with is some of the painting issues with him, like with these metals here and also on his belt. I feel like that should have been like a shiny metal look, make it pop, make it look really good. But for some reason, they didn't do that with these figures, which is a shame because they go crazy with all the other detail on them. Those things, should have been addressed because, and I noticed that that's a common theme with some of these figures, like even with the Wrath of Khan figures, like their Starfleet emblems and stuff should have been shinier, but it isn't as shiny as it should be. The same with his pants. I feel like his pants are a little off color, but those are minor issues with him, to be honest with you. So overall, would I recommend him? Yes, I would. If you're a big fan of the original Star Trek series, I would highly recommend this figure. I think he would look great with your Star Trek collectible. So, with that being said, I hope you guys did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my Star Trek playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So, into the next one, late.